All right. Greetings, all. Thank you for returning to my channel. I'm Professor Noonie. Allow me to welcome you back to the Fight Night Champion Custom Boxer BareKnuckle Tournament, second edition. We are having our rematch, our very first rematch in any Fight Night Champion Custom Boxer BareKnuckle tournament. That is between Chuck Norris and Shaquille O'Neal. It went all 10 rounds last fight, and the judges scored the fight a unanimous draw, all scoring at 95-95. So as a result, we were forced to have a rematch to determine who exactly is the clear winner and who will go on to fight Quinton Rampage Jackson. So that being said, with the context set, I'll reveal the tournament bracket as it currently stands. As always, spoiler alert, if you have not watched our previous fights, I highly recommend that you pause here, go back and catch up. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fights to watch. If you already have done that, or you simply don't care what the previous fights results were and you just want to see where we are, then if you take a look at the current tournament bracket, we are right here at the second semifinals match of Group A. Chuck Norris and Shaquille O'Neal, they have already fought, and as you see that we had a unanimous draw. So as a result, we have to have a rematch to see who will indeed be the victor and go on to fight Quinton Rampage Jackson. That being said, I do believe that the fighters are coming out right now. All right, yes indeed, here we are at Royal London Theatre. The tail of the tape, we can see, as always, that Shaquille O'Neal has the tremendous height and reach advantage. Chuck Norris coming all the way from Los Angeles, California. Both men coming from the United States of America. Surprisingly low praise from Chuck Norris, but Shaquille loved in Mexico and loved in London, in England, getting high cheers from the crowd here. A fan favorite, hoping that he is the victor this time around. Again, both fighters come to the center of the ring. They touch wrapped fists, and we start the rematch. Highly anticipated fight. O'Neal telling us before the fight that he watched the tape closely and feels that he did indeed find the hole that he needed to find last fight but couldn't. So he feels very confident this time around that he will get the victory, be it knockout, technical knockout, or unanimous decision. He is very confident in himself. He will try his best to use his height and reach to his advantage. Chuck Norris, on the other hand, says he does believe he made some mistakes last fight. He was nearly on the verge of having the fight stopped due to damage taken. Said he appreciated the ref let the whole thing go, and he demanded that we have the same ref for this fight. So we did contract the same referee that we had in Mexico to fly out to London, England, to referee this fight. So conditions are met. Cannot wait to see which fighter will take home the glory here, what they have learned from their last engagement, and what we can see from them today, if anything new. Shaquille on the ropes right now, but more than likely just looking for a way to circle around Norris to get an angle in.
Just like that.
Both these fellas just trading good shots here. None of them appear to be power shots. Good uppercut by O'Neal there. Good right hook by Chuck there, and then both men trade straights there. I think what was throwing off O'Neal last fight were those overhands.
Keep it up. Keep those hands moving.
Yeah, we'll get him.
You gotta let your hands go. You have to. You have to be busy. This guy is beating the shit out of you. You have to do it.
All right, start of round 2. Appears to be that Chuck Norris took that first round, according to both trainers. O'Neal really wound up for that right hand, but he missed. Although he catches Norris with a good left hook there. Norris trying to back up and throw straights on his way back. Getting caught with these tremendous hooks. Tries to weave around, but gets caught up against the ropes. Stuck in the corner there, it appears. O'Neal trying to keep Norris over there. Trying to go for body shots, catches a good left hand. It looks like O'Neal's new strategy is once he gets a good shot in, he will back up, as he doesn't want any kind of counterattack to come at him. Norris would then have to pursue. Another good left hand by O'Neal. Norris is really taking damage here, taking those huge shots, especially those left hooks. He appears to just not see them coming. New strategy by Shaq here. This little 1-2 upstairs by Norris. Norris backs up to the corner, but catches O'Neal with a good uppercut. Norris is really getting in these shots. While he does absorb some heavy blows, he does throw out these combinations. I think he's going for numbers as far as shots being thrown and connected as opposed to power shots. O'Neal, on the other hand, really winding up with these throws, looking for a knockout. Does not want this to go the distance. He does not want another draw. And we see the longer the fight goes, the more successful Chuck is. But he's getting hit with these jabs and these straights. Norris weaving there, looking for an opening, trying to make O'Neal flinch. Let's go to the corners.
You're letting this guy get away. Come on, this is it. You gotta make it a fight now. You can't just move around. You gotta move your hands in there. All right, let's go. Keep circling. Don't stand in front. Okay. You're doing good. You're doing good. Keep it up, all right? Very, very good. All we need is one left on that.
All right, start of round 3. Norris receiving high praise. Fans booing, did not like the clinch that O'Neal was going for, it appears. Early on in these rounds, it appears the battle of the uppercuts and hooks. As the round progresses, Norris starts throwing out those straights and those jabs. Catches a body shot in there, does not guard that hook. Norris seems to have some difficulty anticipating when O'Neal will throw those hooks out. O'Neal goes for a clinch. Nice sidestep by Norris. Gets out of the way of that left hand and gets out of the corner. Good block. Caught in the other corner. O'Neal trying to counter whatever kind of weaving or footwork that Norris will throw out there. Norris still in the general area of that ring. O'Neal was doing pretty well keeping him there, but he backs up himself. England fans over here singing their own chant, more than likely in favor of O'Neal. That was a good right hand by O'Neal. Shaq really caught Chuck that time. Chuck is getting away with some of these uppercuts. Chuck really needs to make sure he does not overreach. And as I was saying a couple rounds ago, it's very surprising how Norris is catching Shaq with some of these overhands, how he's managing to reach that high up. I don't think Shaq is used to that. Let's go to the corners.
Keep on. Don't give him a chance to set his feet and get any punches.
There you go. You gotta breathe. Just breathe. Relax. How you feeling out there? Now, you're not with...
All right, start of round 4. Teddy has given the first 3 rounds to Chuck Norris. Feels he is the more dominant fighter here. Looks like the strategy of going for punch numbers as opposed to power punches is serving Norris well, at least early on in the fight. We'll see if he'll be able to maintain that throughout the rest of this battle. O'Neal got caught with a good left hand there. These men are really trading hooks. It appears as though when Norris is blocking, he anticipates that Shaq is done with his punches. And as he winds up for his own, he gets caught, but they end up trading.
Keep moving, keep moving.
These shots are really getting through surprisingly well for Norris, but the ones he's taking in return probably will have lasting effects on the rest of this bout. As we spoke to Jackson, asking him who would he prefer to fight between the two of these, he said he would prefer to fight the winner. Very ominous words by Rampage Jackson, a former world champion in the MMA world. Not preferring one over the other. Apparently it doesn't matter to him. He's very confident in his skills. Wise words by him. I would also prefer that the winner of this fight be the one worthy enough of fighting Jackson. So far, we have these men on equal footing. They each have already gone 10 rounds. Let's see if it will go into another 10, which will make this a 20-round fight between these two. So far, we are in the 14th round. Technically, if you incorporate the first fight. Good left hand at the end of the round.
Hey, listen to me. When he misses with a punch, count it.
Make your presence known. Assert yourself. Assert your punches.
All right, start of round 5. It appears as though the shots that O'Neal is throwing out there are indeed having an effect. We can see how badly damaged Norris looks, bleeding quite profusely from the left side of his face. But it appears as though that has zero effect on his perseverance. He refuses to slow down or stop or back up. He keeps coming forward. Devastating right hand by O'Neal, but Norris keeps eating it. And now he's bleeding heavily from the top of his left eye. Norris is really eating these shots. Not sure if his strategy is quite foolproof, as he has to be able to survive the end of the fight. Wow, what a straight! He hits O'Neal in the throat, but he gets caught directly on the jaw. Directly on the jaw. Starts right at the top of his head. His fist encompasses the entire face of Norris. Chuck gets knocked down face down on the mat, but he gets up and is up at the count of 5. What heart this fighter has. Unexpected knockdown. Still coming forward, wants to give off the vibe that he is not hurt. Quite a flash KO. He was not knocked down, rather. Flash KD.
Double up your punches.
We've seen less fighters come back from worse. This could be the turning point for O'Neal. Shaq very much needed something to get him back in the driver's seat, something to motivate him to keep going, and that knockdown ought to have done the trick. Clearly this round is his, so long as he stays on his feet. Norris trying to get something going. Highly doubtful that Norris will get a knockdown. He keeps eating these uppercuts and these power shots. 10 seconds left in round 5. Another uppercut, another hook. Norris is really getting laid into.
All right, listen. You need to create more count, okay? Slip his punch, then throw it straight right down the middle. Jab, and throw to the body, then the head, then...
You gotta land a big punch now. No doubt about it. You are losing this fight. You need to throw and land a big shot. Look at me.
All right, start of round 6. It appears as though overall, if we're encompassing the entire fight, that knockdown has not done enough to give victory to O'Neal. But if he manages to maintain this dominance...
Let's see some more head movement.
Oh, these body shots are really getting in for Norris. If O'Neal manages to maintain his composure and get another knockdown, he will be able to take this fight away from Chuck, who is winning right now. Even though he got that knockdown last round, Shaq is not in the driver's seat just yet. But he is laying those hands into Norris, so much so Chuck really has to stop and put his guard up. That really slows down his momentum. He is really eating these shots. Very surprising the ref has not stepped in yet. Good left hand. That was the shot that did Norris in last round. Pearson saw it that time, took it a little bit better. Another shot. O'Neal is really finding these openings. Chuck in the corner, or on the ropes at least. O'Neal trying to find the angle to push him in the corner. Chuck gets out, catches Shaq with a good right hand. Oh man, these fellas are really trading heavy shots. Hooks and uppercuts hitting each other.
There you go.
Another good set of punches there by Chuck. He backs up. Does not want to overextend himself. That is what occurred last round. He got knocked down as a result. But he is really picking these shots. End of round 6. Wow, what a flurry.
You need to throw more punches. The body. Bang the body. Hit the body.
Nice round. That was good. Keep that up. It happens. Keep boxing just like that. You want to take this one.
You gotta watch the water in the corner. Too much.
All right, start of round 7. Really wondering if Norris's cut man is adequate to clean up what he has to clean up to keep Norris in this fight. Chuck really needs to do a bit better at defense. He's doing really great offensively speaking, but his face is a huge reflection at his lack of defense or Shaq's proficiency on offense. Nevertheless, though, he is winning this fight. If he wants it to go the all 10 rounds, he will have to do a better job at guarding the left side of his face. O'Neal clinches. Probably didn't want one of those uppercuts. Oh, man. Chuck is really catching those rights. His left eye, it's completely swollen. Bleeding, blood just completely flowing down the left side of his face. Referee looking really close. Another right hook. Chuck really needs to be better at guarding that.
1-2.
Referee looking really, really close at Chuck's face right there. You can see his focus is entirely on Norris right now. Shaq is definitely taking shots, but they are not having as big an impact as his are on Chuck. Chuck throwing out everything he can. Combination, hooks getting in. Shaq backs up a little bit. Norris clinches, probably anticipating another right hook. Just like that. Very surprising that the ref is allowing this to continue. 10 seconds left in round 7. O'Neal probably praying that the referee stops this fight. Wow, tremendous blood coming down.
It's over. He's got nothing left. And just go for the head. Knock him out. It's done.
All right. You want this fight? Because listen to me, man. If you want this fight, you got to get it.
Start of round 8. Teddy giving all rounds to Chuck except for the one he got knocked down in.
Come on, kid.
Shaq comes out, laying these haymakers in. It appears at this point O'Neal is going for a knockout or a TKO, relying heavily on the sensitivity of the referee's judgment of irrecoverable damage. But remember, this was the ref that Chuck requested, as the referee did let this fight go all 10 rounds last fight, even with the damage that Chuck took. However, it appears this time around, Chuck is taking too much damage early on. That could cost him. Oh, the left side of his face is taking tremendous damage. Shaq knows that. Shaq keeps throwing out that right hand.
You got this one. Keep working the body.
Chuck does not appear to be phased, does not appear to be considering the fact that the referee has this close eye on him. He's just sticking to his strategy of going for points, going for punching numbers, disregarding the health of his own face. Says that there has to be a sacrifice made in order for there to be victory. In this case, it's his left eye. Starting to block a little bit, putting his guard up a bit more, pursuing Shaq. Nice little right straight by Norris there. O'Neal looking for an opening for the right hand. Less than 10 seconds left in round 8. Let's go to the corners. Wow, he made it.
You gotta let your hands go. You have to. You have to be busy. This guy is beating the shit out of you. You have to throw 3 or 4 punches in a row. You can turn this around, but you gotta let it go.
Good, good. Nice work. Listen, I want you to go downstairs, then upstairs, okay? Body, then head. Let's finish this.
Start of round 9. Both men go right out in the center of the ring, and Shaq immediately starts with those right hooks. He's definitely going for that TKO stoppage, as he knows he is not winning on rounds. Either a knockout or TKO will do it. Remember, there are 10 rounds in this fight, not 8, not 9, not 7, but all 10. He has 10 rounds to get the knockout. Chuck, on the other hand, is not bothered by that, does not care to get a knockout, does not want to be flashy, just wants to win. Trying to go for the slow and steady wins the race tactic. Was being told by his trainer to go to the body, mix things up, and then go to the head. O'Neal backs up. Not entirely sure if Norris has knockout power. Well, he had demonstrated that last fight, that he was able to knock out Stone Cold. It just appears to be that O'Neal just has this resilience. Although Chuck, just his strategy just may not be going for the knockout like it was for Stone Cold. It just appears to be punching numbers, doing more, having more activity, just doing more action overall to have the judges score it in his favor. He doesn't want there to be any confusion this time around. Does not want the judges to give any rounds to O'Neal. Fairly certain that that knockdown was not part of his plan, as that's right now the only round that O'Neal has in his pocket. He keeps catching Chuck with that hand. O'Neal really going for that TKO, really going for that bloody eye as it's bleeding tremendously off the left side of Norris's face. Less than 10 seconds in round 9. Is he going to make it to the end? O'Neal pushes him off, but he makes it to the end of round 9. Unbelievable.
Dig in deep. You got it in you, champ. You need to capitalize on his misses, okay? I want to see that counter hook. Make him pay for his misses.
Look, you're behind on points. Right? The only way to win this one is a knockout. Keep those hands moving and land.
Start of round 10, the final round of this fight. This is the 20th round between these two fighters. Absolutely incredible. Again, O'Neal going for that left eye of Chuck Norris. And it appears that Chuck is just sticking to his strategy. Jab, 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 going for punching numbers, not going for a knockout.
Jab, jab.
Another exchange. Norris backing up. Norris, all he has to do is just keep O'Neal away. He does not have to pursue him, but that was a really good uppercut by Chuck. Shaq desperately needs a knockout this fight. He definitely needs to target that left eye of Chuck. Oh, Was not expecting that. What a reach! Shaq goes down. That was totally unexpected. Was not expecting Shaquille O'Neal to go down from a left from any punch. It appeared that Chuck Norris was only going for punching numbers, perhaps waiting for the last round, where it would be a desperate attempt on Shaq's part to get a victory, and as a result, he got knocked down himself. Returned the favor of a flash knockdown. Now Shaq backing up, not sure what to do. All he can do is go for that left eye. Chuck looks fairly confident that the ref will not stop this fight. Norris needs to do absolutely nothing else but keep away. This fight is completely his. He does not need to pursue Shaquille O'Neal. He's taking those hits. He does not need to be that close to Shaq. Now he's backing up, perhaps understanding that he's in the driver's seat now. This is in the victory lane. He just has to survive to the end of this round. He is taking these shots. He does not need to. Still catching O'Neal with these punches. Does not want to relent at all. Less than 5 seconds left in the round. Will he make it? He did. Got his arms up. Perhaps already knows he's won this fight. Tremendous damage done to his eye. Will the judges score it in favor of Norris? It appears to be that he was dominant the entire fight. Our winner goes to Chuck Norris, as anticipated. O'Neal desperately needed a knockout in that last round, and he did not get it. Oh, what a completely one-sided fight. He needed a knockout, excuse me, not a knockdown. Shaquille O'Neal needed a knockout or a TKO, but as we stated earlier, Chuck Norris specifically requested this referee to join the fight, to referee the fight, as he was very humble, or rather impressed by the referee's decision to not stop the fight when they were in Mexico. He let the whole thing go on. He specifically requested the same referee, as that fellow was a little bit more lenient towards fighters who took damage and is not as prone to stopping fights as other referees are. As a result, Chuck Norris won this fight on a decision, so we must go to the tournament bracket. We must give the fight, or the score rather, to Chuck Norris. Each judge giving the fight a different score. It's 97, 97, 98, 91, 91, and 90. Making your winner to this two-fight bout, 20 rounds between the two men, Chuck Norris coming out on top, defeating Shaquille O'Neal, on his way, and he's actually made it to the finals of Group A. Tremendous, tremendous effort from both fighters. You have to give it up to them. Shaquille tried all he could, wanted the referee to stop the fight, was aiming for that left eye for so many rounds. The referee refused. Counterbalance, perhaps, he countered his own decision of stopping the fight with the fact that Chuck Norris was doing so well, was performing so, was completely outboxing Shaq this entire fight. 2 rounds were given to him by 2 of the judges. Every other round was in favor of Norris, and as a result, the fight was not stopped. It went to the judges' scorecards. Chuck Norris got the decision, and he has made it to the finals of Group A. That will be our next fight. So, thank you all to those who came out to check out this fight, and for those who came out to check out this video, for watching my video. I appreciate all the views and notoriety I can get. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz, and as always, take care, and God bless.